Hi, friends. Oh, hey, I'm off camera, and I don't want to step on the dog. I got to be careful. Hi, friends. Susan Campfield here with SueStampfield.com. Welcome to my stamp room. I'm so glad you're here. I apologize for the slight delay there. My system decided it would not accept my microphone. It does these random things sometimes just to make life interesting, right? Don't you love technology? So welcome. I'm so glad you're here. We're going to make a fun project together. Thank you for making and sending handmade cards. You are making the world a kinder place with every card that you send. And if you're new here and you enjoy making handmade cards, I would love for you to subscribe so you don't miss out on future projects. And we're going to check in with Miss Mercy here if I can figure that out. Oh my gosh, with the technology tonight. Let's see the Mercy cam. Oh, she's so tucked in. Mercy, I can see movement. You want to say hi? No, we're sleeping. Sorry, not gonna say hi. I hope you're doing well, friends. I'm excited to create with you tonight. We are going to make a project together, and I want to give a shout out to Julie. Julie is moderating for us tonight. It's her first time, and I know you guys will be kind because that's what you guys are, is so kind. So Julie, thanks for helping out tonight. We appreciate it so much. And let's go ahead and get this party started because my head keeps getting cut off. So we're going to just go to the desktop, all right? Let's see, what do I want to show you first? All right, let's do this. Oh, hang on. Works better if you turn the camera on. Oh my gosh, it's like the first time I've done this. It's thinking about it. Let's see if it wants to show yet. Okay, there we go. Can you guys see okay? Let me know in the comments if that is all good for you. We've got Sharpies here. Yeah, I've been creating, can you tell? All right, so we're gonna go ahead and dive right in. Oh yes, yeah, I could change my sweatshirt to say Mercy instead of Mary. I'm Mary. I'm actually kind of warm. I got to be honest with you. It is warm. We have this warm heat wave going through Minnesota where it's like 38 degrees right now. What? I know, craziness. Okay, I'm gonna just zoom in a bit. Maybe that'll make my desk look cleaner. All right, so in our last video, we made this pop-up slider. Doop, like that. So I can show you from the side. So you pull on the tab and a gift card like literally pops up. There's a little pop-up in there. And I had a lot of questions, a lot of requests in the comments. Can you do a project sheet on this? And you know what? We're going to make it again tonight with some different products. This one will look different. When I did the last video, it was on black cardstock, and I realized after the fact, that makes it hard for you guys to see the score lines and all of that. So we're going to go with another round. And we might get really crazy and even make two of them. We might even make one with some sneak peeks. We'll see how we go, all right? We'll see how we go. So we're going to use the beautiful Delicate Pines bundle. I love this one. You know, the whole pine tree thing is near and dear to my heart. And we're gonna, okay, what do we want to vote on first? Okay, so let's vote on this bit. I am so good at losing stuff, you guys. I hope you have a drink ready because we play a little found it game here when Susan loses stuff, and I've been losing stuff right and left today. I don't know what my problem is, but let me know what's in your cup, friends. I have water in mine. So we need to decide on the designer paper that we're going to put on the front of our project. The one we're going to put back here, why do I keep throwing these over here? The one that we're going to put behind, I think we're going to go with this one right here. So these cute shaded spruce snowflakes, and it's kind of a variegated shaded spruce background. The other side is the big snowflakes. So we're going to go with this one for our background piece, okay? And then we're gonna vote on what color card base we want. But I also want to first vote what for the front of our little pop-up. Which one of these do you want to put on the front? Should we go with the one that has the white background? Or should we go with the one that has the dark Secret C background? So this is A and this is B. Let me know in the comments what your vote is, all right? A or B. And while you're voting on that, I am going to grab the cardstock choices because I just realized that one of them's on the floor here. course it is. All right, let's grab this and one of these and this and this. Okay. All right, so, ooh, B, 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 B. Okay, you guys like the lighter one? All right, I'm cool with that. All right, this one is been voted off the island. Fantastic, I like the way you're thinking. All right, so next step is we're gonna be layering this on a cardstock. So do we want to go with shaded spruce? I'm just gonna do a little mock-up here so you can see what shaded spruce would look like. Do we want to go with shaded spruce? And we'll be die cutting this, so it'll be a little bigger border, but it gives you a fair idea there. So shaded spruce is number 1, and number 2 is white. Okay, let's look what white looks like here. So let me know in the comments. 1 is shaded spruce, 2 is white. Let me know your preference for our card base. I love getting your input on designing. I think one of the biggest things I struggle with sometimes with designs is literally just making a decision. And oftentimes there's not a wrong answer, right? Like there's so many choices. It's overwhelming a bit. So let's see how we're going here. 1 and okay, I'm seeing a lot of 1s. You guys are voting for, there's a few for white too. But people over on Facebook, hey Facebook, are voting as well. And I see predominantly more 1s, so we're gonna go with shaded spruce. The good part about that means is we might be able to make a second project with this one. So nobody worry, that might be back. All right, so we're gonna go shaded spruce and let's bring in the dyes. Now I did this years ago, and when I did it years ago, this was a cut piece and so forth, but I realized that the textured notes dyes work beautifully for this, and so I redesigned it to work with those dyes. So we're using the textured notes dyes, and I've done some pre-cutting here in the hopes that we will get to make 2 projects. So let's bring these in and let's look at our textured notes dyes, and I can tell you which ones I used. So I cut 2 of these exactly the same, and that was from the 1, 2, 3, third down from largest rectangle textured note die, okay? And then now we want to die cut with the, ooh, which one is it, you guys? Oh my gosh, I think it's the smallest one, right? I'm peeking inside here to see. Yeah, I think it's this one. We'll double check here. We're gonna cut a slot with the smallest die. Yeah, that looks right. So that our piece can slide through that. That's what's gonna make the card pop up, okay? So we're gonna cut with that smallest one. We're also gonna die cut our pretty paper here. You guys voted for the white background one. So we're gonna die cut that with, which one? I believe it's this one right here. So this is the 4th down from largest. So we're gonna die cut that one, all right? Fantastic, you guys are doing great. Let's set this aside and let's bring in that die cutting machine. All right, so we're gonna take one of our larger rectangles, our larger cardstock rectangles, and we're gonna die cut a slot in it to put our little pop-up mechanism through. Okay, so I'm gonna grab a sticky note. Yay, you made one. This one was inspired by Linda Carver, one of my regular viewers. Linda made a whole stack of these after our last video out of this paper. Well, I think it was the garden green one actually, and some of the other patterns, and I thought, oh, great idea. And I did want to give it another go round here because I think this one will show up better in a project sheet because it's a color. So we got that centered, and we're going to just chunk it down with a sticky note so it doesn't slide on us. All right, let's go ahead and crank this through, okay? Fantastic. How are things going, Julie? Are they being nice to you? I bet they are, because they're just the nicest people. Crafters are the nicest people, period. And the people that I get to hang out with on these videos, you guys are so kind. I love you. All right, so we've got our little slot cut there. And we have a bonus. This I can use for another project. Honestly, I could use it for this one if I felt like getting out all the embossing stuff, but I don't. So I already cut a white one that we used for the front, but now we have our slot cut there, all right? Yay, we're making progress. All right, let's pop this down. Julie says you guys are being nice to her. Yay! Like, that's not a surprise to me. I knew that you would be. Oh, well, you guys, what am I doing? Are you all saying, Susan, you forgot to die cut this one? Yeah, I sure did. I sure did. I got all excited to cut that slot that I completely spaced off on this one. So let's, I really cut this paper close, so I'm going to slap it down with a sticky note just so that nothing moves on me there. All right, crank. Stampers are the best. Agreed. You're all just such joyful people. I really appreciate you. All right, let's crank this through. All right, all right, how are we doing now? And you're so patient with me. I really appreciate it. All right, let's bring this in. All right, so it's hard to see, actually hard to see even in person, I don't know, what would we call that? There's sort of a crosshatch pattern on the die cut, but it's subtle. This one shows up much better, okay? Woo, all right, we are doing good. So we've got this cut with that. These two cut with this one, and I'm going to just recap all of these die sizes for you because I know it gets confusing on the video. So these guys are, and then we got one more here. All right, this is third down from largest, this is fourth down from largest, and this is the smallest of the nested dies, all right? So that's what we cut there. And let's put those back on the magnet so Susan doesn't lose them. Fabulous. Okay, so next up we're going to bring in that mechanism. So this is a piece that is, let me flip my measurements around here. This is where I start giving you the measurements, because up to this point we've kind of just been die cutting. So this is where we start talking measurements. So this is the slider mechanism, and it's 2 inches wide by 6 inches, and I scored it at 2 inches and 2.5 inches. Can you see those score lines? We're going to fold on the score lines. That's probably not a surprise to anybody. And those are both valley folds. And we're going to grab our, oh, I love you back. Thank you, Julie. All right, so you were just saying she forgot the other one. Yeah, I know. What would I do without you guys? Oh my gosh. All right, there we go. We've got those scored and all folded there. All right, we're going to grab our tear and tape here. And we're going to add some tear and tape. Not a dog hair. I think that's a human hair. That's a Susan hair in that one. All right, we're going to take this and we're going to add a piece of tear and tape on the top of that scored section. So one was at 2 and then 2.5, which made this little flat top there. And we're going to put a piece right there. All right, so we have a piece on top. Now we're going to flip the whole thing over and we're going to add one piece of tear and tape on the shorter side near the bottom. Not the long side. That's going to be our pull. Speaking of which, I think it might be a little, you can do it before or you can do it after, but let's do it before while I'm thinking of it. I'm going to grab my little they're called hole punch assortment. These are 3 little hole punches. We've got a little 1/8 of an inch, we've got a slot, and we've got the slot with a hole. I'm going to use the slot for this one because I'm thinking of a certain ribbon I might want to use for this that's so pretty. So that is going to be, hang on, I gotta, hang on. Okay, is it going to be like that? Yeah, okay. It's going to be, it doesn't matter, Sue. Just cut it. It doesn't matter what side you do it on. All right, we're going to put one right in the middle there. A little slot. Boom. All right, there we go. Got our little hole punch. I forgot to tell Julie we were even using those. So sorry, Julie. Hole punch assortment is the name of those, that little 3-pack of punches. Super handy for this kind of thing. All right, I think we're ready. Let's start doing a little fun assembly. So we're gonna take our card base here. Let me give you some measurements here. I'm gonna bring my measurements in just so that I don't tell you wrong. All right, so we have 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 for our card base. And then our designer series paper piece that's going to go on top of that. Oh, thank you, Julie. I completely forgot to share this. Okay, so this is the 2 by 6 scored at 2 and 2 1/2 for that slider mechanism. All right, and then we're going to go with this card base, which is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And then we're going to layer it with this designer paper, which is 4 by 5 1/4. So this, actually, that adhesive looks just about done. And that adhesive looks just about done. Oh, wait, found it. Take a sip, everyone. So I'm a messy crafter. I lose my stuff all the time. I hope I'm not the only one out there that does this because, oh my gosh, it's crazy. So we play a little game here just to make it less frustrating. We say found it when I find something again, and we all take a sip. So yes, it is a drinking game. So let me know what is in your cup. I have ice water, my favorite. All right, there we go. So our card base is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. Thank you, Julie. And our designer series paper layer is 4 by 5 1/4. I will show the dimensions at the end, and I will add them to the description box of this video as well. All right, now the exciting part. Okay, we're going to tack this down onto our paper, but we need to be able to have our mechanism slide. So we're going to pop it up with dimensionals, which, if you know me, that's one of my favorite things to do, but that would require, found them. Okay, found some dimensionals. Take a sip, everyone. So on the back side of this piece, I'm going to put a dimensional in each corner. All right. So that gives us the 4 dimensionals, and we're going to pull those off, pull the backings off, sorry, not the dimensionals. We just put them on. And here we go. Now we're making this as a gift card holder because 'tis the season and those are darn handy to have right now. But this also can be a card because instead of having a gift card pop up on the inside, like, oh my gosh, this one got, oh, you know what happened? All right, have you ever done this where you accidentally peeled off the back of your dimensional, so you put it back on? I think my mom did this actually when we were doing the cards, but she put it on upside down, and then it doesn't come back off. So that one is going to go in the trash. And we're just put another one on. All right, there we go. Because they won't come off. They stick really good. All right, so I've got, that didn't go in the trash. If you want to know, it went right on my floor, which I just vacuumed. But hey, that is just how we live in our crafter's paradise, right? Dimensional papers everywhere, occasionally on the dog's nose. All right, so I'm centering this so that's right in the middle. Fair enough? All right, so now we're going to bring in that slider mechanism right here. So let's take a look at this again. So we've got tear and tape on the short end there, and we've got tear and tape on the, let's call it the spine, I guess, maybe? There we go. Fantastic. Ooh, eggnog, yummy. That is very seasonal beverage. Agreed. All right, this is the part that honestly I get a little bit nervous about, that I'm going to mess it up, but it's okay. It's okay. We can do this, guys. This is why having a project sheet would probably be super handy. Okay, I'm going to look at mine. In fact, this is one from years ago, and I'm going to refer to it just so I don't mess this up. All right. So we're going to stick this to the cover. This part is going to be adhered to the cover at what will be the top of the cover right here. Oh, wait, is that right? Yeah, that's right. Okay. Ah, so scary. All right, and then we're going to stick the bottom bit on the other piece. All right, so let's peel this off. So exciting. Where did my bone folder go? Oh, found it. I put it away. What was I thinking? All right, we're gonna, with my nails, it's just so much easier to get that off if I've got my bone folder. So I'm on the back side of my die cut. You can always tell which side the decorative edge is just kind of crusty on the back. And I'm going to stick this on so that it's flush with the edge, like so. All right, so let's hold this here. Boy, I wish my lights worked better sometimes. All right, does that make sense, everyone? All right, yay, fantastic. So that's actually the front of our piece. Okay, and then we're going to take this and let's peel off this guy right here. I think I did that. What is that looking wrong? I think I stuck it, I flipped it around. Okay, hang on. Do over. Erase that from your minds. That was the wrong way. Okay, we're going to do it this way. Stick it on here and then I'll explain what I just did. That looks better. Yeah, so I'm near the edge here. Could go a little bit closer, but that's okay. And this part with the tear and tape is over on this side. And this extra bit's hanging down there, okay? It's gonna go like that. So, okay, I think that's right. All right, let's find out. Okay, okay. All right, hang on. This is why we do project sheets, right? All right, fabulous. So now we're gonna take this and we're gonna poke it through the hole. All right, and this is where we're gonna add our ribbons pull. And then this part is, we're gonna line this up where they're flush and we're gonna pull the pin on our grenade. I mean, take the backing. Is that what you did? You did upside down? Did I say bone folder and grab the take your pick tool? Sorry, Nancy. Where's my brain tonight? I am like starting to panic about Christmas, I gotta tell you. It's like next week, guys. How did that even happen? I am not ready. All right, so let me just recap here. I pulled the adhesive off of there. So this is just loose right now. This is attached here. And now I'm gonna line it up carefully and close it up and press, which means that adhesive is now gonna stick down here, okay? And then we'll see if I did it right and if it works. That'll be exciting. All right, press. All right, you ready? So I got them lined up. Let's see if it works. So now when we pull on this, oh, look at that. We did it right. Yay. Happy day. So right here is where I can, and I'm going to bone folder this a little bit. Well, I would if I had a bone folder. Seriously. Oh, found it. Here it is. It was under a bunch of layers of stuff. I'm going to just rub on that because I pulled it off. And so I want to really make sure my tear and tape is fully activated and fully sticking, because this gets a lot of wear and tear, right? Because it's fun. Whee! All right, so right here we can put a gift card, or we could put a piece of cardstock with a message. It could be a pop-up message instead of a gift card. All right, now that I have that on, I'm going to stick this piece on. Now, if this is not directional and this one isn't, you can stick it on ahead of time. But if it's directional, yeah, you're better off putting it on after, because, yeah, I've done it upside down before. Okay, so let's go ahead and stick this on. And there's our take your pick tool. It loves to join the party. It just rolls every time. I should put a rhinestone on it, and that would be a little stop, so it wouldn't roll around. But you know what? It's just kind of fun and entertaining. Okay, so we've got our piece right here. And now we're going to, let's add a little ribbon pull right here. And I'm just gonna tuck this. This gorgeous ribbon comes in the suite. This is the shaded spruce with gold ribbon. It is so beautiful, isn't it? Lovely, lovely, lovely stuff. All right, I'm just gonna do a knot with this. I'm looking for ribbon scissors. When I do this, that means Susan's looking for something. There it is. It's like, I want it in my fingers now. All right, I'm just gonna do a knot. You absolutely could do a bow, totally doesn't matter. You could do twine on this, whatever whatever strikes your fancy and whatever looks good with your design, right? All right, so just fluff my bow. One moment, please, while I fluff. All right, there we go. And just cut that, trim that down. Boy, I was generous with that ribbon, wasn't I? That's all right. Okay, so we've got our knotted bow right there. Why are you not cooperating? You know what? I'm going to flip it around. I think I flipped my tail. Okay, that's better. All right, one moment while I retrim, because now they're going different directions. And that's going to bug me, you guys. Such a exacting science. Not really, but I'm making it such. And now I got to shorten this one because it's too long, and then I'll do the other. Okay, no, there we go. All right, we got it. All right, now we're going to do our fun decorating part. Somewhere here I do have a gift card we can put inside, so let's look at that. Starbucks, my favorite. I go every day. It's really bad right now. I'm addicted to my London Fog tea with oat milk. Num, num, num. All right, we're going to grab a couple glue dots here. Are you guys coffee drinkers, tea drinkers, or neither? I'm not a coffee drinker, but I do love a good cup of tea. And London Fog is a tea latte with Earl Grey tea and milk. I prefer oat milk, and usually has sweetener in it. I do sugar-free, but you can do the real deal if you want. All right, so we're just going to stick our gift card inside here. Just tuck that in and pop it on the glue dots. I use glue dots because it'll be easier for the recipient to get that off, okay? Yay! All right, now the fun bits. And if this is popping up a lot, just go ahead and crease underneath there so that it's a little flatter. All right, let's decorate. I've got some bits and bobs. This time of the year, I have all sorts of die cut pieces floating around on my desk that I die cut and then went, nah, I don't want it on this card, but hey, I bet I need it on another card. So we've got some little bits and pieces here. I'm not sure if we're going to use them all. I even cut 2 labels because I've been stamping crooked so much lately. I figured, you know, I can get best 2 out of 3, right? So I'm going to put, ooh, apple cinnamon hot tea. That sounds delightful. I'm going to grab my shaded spruce ink pad here. And I'm laughing at the dog because she now has her rear end pointed out the cozy cave. All right, winter wish, warmest winter wishes. And we're going to stamp that right here. I'm going to pull it way towards me in the hopes that I get it straight, in the hopes that I don't have my head in the camera. Oh, I think I went crooked at the last. Oh, no, I can live with that. Okay, yay, warmest winter wishes. That's going to go on the front. But I thought, oh, piffle. I cut a layer for this because I thought, oh, here it is right here. It's in my little dish, in my little tray. These are little magnetic trays, which work great for dies, but they also work great for holding your little die cut pieces so you don't lose them, like I lose everything. And those come from the Country Hive. Okay, so, and they're called, I don't remember what they're called. Sorry, Ashley, I can't remember. All right, so that is going to go right there. Oh my gosh, that is cute, you guys. Oh, you did a good job with the shaded spruce. And I must have known you were going to do shaded spruce because, well, I think we could have used shaded spruce as a layer even if we'd gone white, but I like the shaded spruce. Now I have a shaded spruce little sprig here, but I don't know if that's going to show up enough. All right, there's what that, oh, I think maybe gold. What do you guys think? Let's try the gold. Let me get my regular scissors, so I'm not using my ribbon scissors. So when you die cut these, it's meant to build a whole snowflake, but I just like to use them as little pine boughs and poke them in different places. So what if we did the gold? That's kind of cute. We could even use the other one, or we could add a pine cone. I've got a pine cone. Now this is cut from the paper. There's a sheet that has pine cones and pine snowflakes that match the dies, so you can cut those out. So we could add the little, oh, I don't know, it's kind of big. Might be too big for this. We might not use that. That might have to be saved for another project. Maybe I can use it on the inside or something. So, and then I could stick this other one here. What do you guys think? You like the gold for the little sprig? Sorry, nothing's stuck down. So I'm trying to hold it up so that you can see. Or we could do, we got the gold pine bough there. And yes, I know, you know, we grow Christmas trees, so I can tell you there, we don't, if we have a gold Christmas tree, it means it's orange because it died. That's usually not a good thing. But we could also do the leaves. So you like the gold one? Okay, good. I got confirmation on the gold. Oh, several people saying yes on the gold. All right, do we want the pine or do we want the leaf? I only have one leaf, so we could do one leaf or we could do 2 pines. So pines are 1 and leaves are 2, or you can just say pine or leaf. While you're voting on that, I'm going to start sticking this down. I think I'm going to put dimensionals on the back of this. And okay, gold is the winner there. And you guys are liking the pine, it looks like. Pine. Okay, pine it is. So I'm going to pop this up on 2 dimensionals, our little jobby there. So I'm going to pop that up. And I see more votes for pine than the leaf, which, you know, 'tis the season, right? So I've got my leaves. Now, let me just show you really quickly here what that was cut from. So this is the Delicate Pines bundle. That's where we got the Warmest Winter Wishes from. And on the inside, we're going to stamp It's the Most Magical Time of the Year. So that came out of here too. So this is the die I used. Honestly, I've used this die probably more than any other in this set. I really love it to do my gold. And then you saw me just snip them in 2. Okay, they're not going to stay. My hand needs to be bigger, you guys. All right, there, bring the thumb in. Okay, all right, let's go ahead and stick these down because we might make another card. What time is it? 8:06. And I went live late, so we're good, I think. I think we're good. All right, so I'm debating on how I'm going to stick these down with glue dots, even though I could use the dimensionals because I'm going to pop that guy up too. But this way I think it'll be a little easier for me to get them where I want them. So let's just pop that maybe right. Did that glue dot? Oh yeah, it stayed. All right, I thought it came right back off. All right, got that one right there. And let's do, I'm so happy I stamped that straight. Anymore, it's like best 2 out of 3. Oh my gosh. Maybe it's time to go in and get new glasses. No, I just got new glasses this year. All right, yeah. There's only so much they can do with my eyesight. All right, and we might be reaching the max, so we'll just make do. All right, we got that on there, and now you don't have to pop this up, but I pretty much always choose that option when I can, right? So we're gonna take this. Stop rolling. Rocking and rolling. Yeah, the gold spreads just add a little something extra with the gold, right? And they kind of pick up the gold on the ribbon. Normally I would add embellishments, but honestly, I don't think we need them. We've got so much fun going on here that I think we're good to go. Oh, but let's not put the words on upside down, Sue. Oh my gosh, you guys. Seriously. All right. All right, and those dimensionals are also going to help hold down those little piney sprigs there. All right, so we've got our Warmest Winter Wishes. Inside we've got our little gift card. And then the last little piece we're going to add, if Susan didn't lose it. Oh my gosh, is this it? I hope this is it. Phew, okay, this is it. Is a 2-inch by 4-inch insert piece to put a greeting on, all right? Close the ink pad. Yeah, I know I'm scaring you, right? But I need it, so it's still open. But yeah, you're right? Especially if this was the white card based, you know that I would have stuck it in there, right? So, all right, let's ink this up. It's the most magical time of the year. Now I'm going to kind of put it towards the top so that you could, sign a little note. Can she stamp it straight? That is the $1 million question. It's straight-ish. I'll take it. Not perfect, but it's a handmade one-of-a-kind item, right? Can't have it too perfect or they think you bought it. All right, we're going to pop some adhesive on this 2-inch by 4-inch piece. Thank you so much, Julie. 2 by 4 right there. And we'll stick that inside. Fabulous. And there we have our little pop-up guy. I'm going to bring in those dimensions. And I did adapt these from the last dimensions because, oh wait, no, this is not the right ones. Hang on. Oh, Susan lost it. Nobody faint. Oh my gosh, seriously. Yeah, I was here and now it's not. All right, that's okay. We have our Sharpie and we'll fix it. So this is actually 2x4 for that inside piece. Other than that, same as last time. So let's bring in our, can't make it up, friends. You can't make it up. All right, let's clear the deck so you all can take a screenshot of that. So cute, right? And it wouldn't have to be a gift card holder. This could be a card. You would just put a little piece inside. I think I doubled up accidentally on my dimensionals there. It's a bit lumpy. Okay. All right, did everyone get their screenshots? All right, fantastic. I'm gonna go ahead and, you know what? I'm gonna pull it so that it's open. So you can take, if you want to take a screenshot of what it looks like open, sometimes that's helpful to see the two views. And then, oh, let's make another one really fast. Okay, really, I hope it's fast. All right, so let's put this aside and let's bring in new stuff. All right, where did you put all the stuff, Sue? Well, we don't know. We don't really know. Oh, I see it over here. Okay, hang on. I'm going to slide this away. So this is a sneak peek at a new suite that is coming in the January through April mini catalog. It is called Made with Love, and it is a heart-themed suite. So, of course, perfect for Valentine's Day. We've got Happy Valentine's Day. It's perfect for anniversary, wedding, any kind of love, just to send hugs and kisses. It's perfect for. So that's the stamp set, and then these are the dies that go with them. So the bundle is called Endless Love. The designer paper is called Made with Love, and it is part of a whole suite that includes a fabulous heart embossing folder, this bubble bath ribbon, and these loose Valentine assortments. We're going to have these little teeny tiny envelopes that have a little heart seal. I don't know if you can see it. Here, let me, and it's focusing on the paper and not on this little teeny tiny thing on my finger. I don't know, can you see that? It's super cute. Anyway, all right, so let's make another gift card holder. And let's see if Susan can get it right this time. All right, I'm going to pop that paper down. We're not even going to look at all the patterns and things. All right, so I've got white. That's excellent. We're going to use this pattern for our background. So this is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And this is 4 by 5 1/4, just like on the other one. I'm going to go ahead and stick that down now. And then I need you guys to vote. How are we doing on time? Got to be quick, Sue. Got to be quick. Okay, so I should have 2 white pieces here. Okay, so we're going to put the white on there because we voted the white out last time, so we have 2 choices. So which designer paper do you want on the front? These random hearts, super cute, in different colors of reds and pinks. Or do you want this one that says XOXOXO? So number 1 is the hearts. Number 2 is the XOXOXO. Let me know in the comments which one you want to go with. And while you're voting for that, I'm going to take our white piece here that's 2 by 6, scored at 2 and 2 1/2. And I'm going to add my tear and tape to it. Not sure where that tear and tape roll went, so we'll just grab another one. It's buried, I'm sure. So I got 1 vote for 1, a couple more votes for 1. Oh, you guys like the little hearts. Fabulous. Hearts it is. All right, so for our tear and tape, remember we add it to that sort of spine that was created by the 2 and the 2 1/2 inch. And then we flip it over and we add it to the bottom of the short end. Right here. All right, fantastic. Got our tear, you can't see it because it's white on white, so I'm not even going to try. All right. I'm going to put that tear and tape back where it belongs, so in the hopes I don't lose both of them. All right, let's bring that die cutting machine in. And I'm going to bring in our same textured notes dies Let me know in the comments if you own the textured notes dies, because oh my gosh, they are the bomb diggity. All right, so let me see. What am I doing? I already used that one, so it's the 4th down from largest. And you guys like the hearts, so we're gonna do that. All right, I'm gonna see if I can fit both of these on here. This time I'm gonna see if I can also cut that little window. Double dipping here. All right, so our smallest nested rectangle is gonna go right in the middle right here. Sticky note would be fabulous right now. All right, I think that's centered. But yeah, you know, shape dies are, you know, just the random shape dies are probably the most versatile dies, I would say, that we have. And I use them so often. Style shapes are my other go-to ones. And nested essentials. Yeah, okay. I like all the shapes because some fit with certain greetings and some fit with other greetings. All right, let's go ahead and crank this through. Sandy owns the dies. Yeah, aren't they awesome? Yeah, it's cranking them through. Woo! We're jiggling, we're shaking, we're rocking and rolling. Rocking around the Christmas tree here. Doing a Valentine thing in December. Yeah. All right, let's see what we got, friends. Got our little... Now this time we actually could use this for a greeting. Or if not on this card, on another card. All right, fabulous. Let's pop these back in place and slide those to the side. And don't fall off the chair. I set them on my chair just to get them out of our way, and oh, you know what? I just threw it away. Hang on. I die cut out the label and threw it away because I'm used to keeping what comes out of it, not the leftover bit. Oh my gosh. Okay, got it. All right, I got a little something on here. All right, got it off. Okay. By the way, this is the embossing folder. That is part of the suite. I probably have a real red one here too. Yeah, that might be a better, maybe it'll show up better on red. Super fun. Okay, let's bring in our card base here. Let's pop this up on dimensionals again. Susan didn't put them back. Oh, found them. Take a sip, everyone. And we're going to put one in each corner. Not owning them right yet. Well, that's okay. Can't get everything at once, right? But if they ever decide to put these last chance, yeah, they will go fast. All right, let's pull off the little papers on the back. They're not last chance right now. They're regular. All right, and we're going to go ahead and center this right here. We are having tacos tonight, and we ordered out. So the tacos have been delivered. They delivered right at the time I went live. So my husband is keeping it warm for me, bless his heart. All right, so we've got that. This is where the part where Susan gets confused. So yeah, we can do this. All right, we're going to pull this off. We're going to drop that. We're going to pull off the tear and tape. All right, this time I'm going to do it the right way. This time I'm going to do it with the short part right over here. All right. Does that look right? Did I mess it up? Am I doing okay? Gosh, I hope so. All right, so we've got that, and then, hang on, I'm going to check my picture because last time I did it wrong. Okay. I think that's right. Okay, so next is, I can't even find that picture. Oh, there it is. Okay. Make sure it looks like the thing. Yeah, it does. Okay. Whew. All right. Excellent. Let's go ahead and add a little hole here. I'm not sure yet what we're using to pull this, but I'm going to guess it'll be little. So I'm going to use the smallest one out of the whole punch assortment, which is that little 1/8 inch. Just throw that on the floor. All good. All right, so let's feed this through the slot. And now we have a piece of tear and tape here. So we're going to pull the pin on this grenade. All right. here we go. And then we're gonna line this up right here. Just want to make sure the top and bottom are even. Fabulous. And then I believe we voted for this one, so let's go ahead and pop that on. Little random hearts. Again, not directional, it doesn't matter because they're going every which way. Just double check that this works. Get it a little, ooh, it's wiggling. All right, so we're gonna pop that up. I've got a, do I have a good, yeah, got a little gift card we can stick in there. All right, it's a little cute Target doggy. And then we've got to decorate it really quick here. So we've got a heart, and we're actually, instead of using the label we cut out, which we could do, we're actually going to use the label that comes in this die set, because why not? And we're going to stamp that really quick in real red ink. And I know, okay, we got 10 more minutes. We're doing fantastic, you guys. Our hour together is almost up though. So I've got the Hugs and Kisses stamp here. And I'm going to stamp that on the label. Can you guys see that? No, you can't. Okay, I didn't cut 2 of these, so of course I'll stamp it crooked. Oh, hey, no, that's not too bad. All right, I can live with that. All right, let's pop up our little heart here with some dimensionals. Fantastic. Stick it on, I think maybe over here, and then our little Hugs and Kisses can stick out there. I like that. That looks good. So I'm just going to put one little dimensional on this end of the tag. Coming off to the side. Now you could put a little ribbon in there. I'm actually going to put a gem on that. Or I could do one of these little hearts. I'm going to use my little putty end of my Take Your Pick tool to pick up a heart here and see what we think. It's a little quiet, isn't it? I wonder if maybe I shouldn't go with a rhinestone. Here's a little bit brighter heart. I think this one might be strawberry slush colored. That's kind of cute. I kind of like that. All right, let's do the heart. Why not? All right, so I'm going to take a glue dot and pop it in the hole. Glue dot. Yeah, lost another thing. Oh yeah, here it is, under the dimensionals. Of course, found it. All right, so you got 2 eggnogs in. Well, very festive. Very, very festive. We went to Starbucks the other day and my son ordered the eggnog latte. And they're like, well, we're out of eggnog. And they've been out of eggnog now for 2 days. I'm like, I could just go across the street to the grocery store and get you some because everyone has it right now. Okay, there we go. Cute. I like that little heart. All right, and then for our pull, why don't we use the ribbon? That is part of the suite because, you know, why not? All right, so I'm going to just find the end, pull it through, and tie a little bit, a little bow. And then we are done. Now this one, I would still put a inside message in on, even though, oh, you know what? I have a layer for it too. That's right. All right. I need to cut this at a point because I'm trying to get it through a very little hole. So I'm going to make it really long point there so I can poke it through. The dental floss tools actually work really well for that too, to loop your ribbon through. All right, let's go ahead and just tie this. This one I think I will do in a bow. You know, I wonder if you couldn't put like a Ghirardelli chocolate in there instead of a gift card. What do you guys think? Might have to try that. I'll report back on a future video and let you know if that works. Because, you know, chocolate's always good at Valentine's Day. I'm going to shorten these tails. It's a bit longish. On these skinny ribbons, you can also double them up sometimes. The other thing that would be cute on this is actually the red and white baker's twine would be cute in there. Just a thought. In fact, I have, you know what, I have a chunk right here. So that's what the red and white baker's twine would actually be adorable on there as well. So you have options. All right. And then for our inside greeting, oh dear. Inside greeting, let's go with sending you love. Would that fit on this skinny little piece? Let's see. This one I'm doing a little bit of a layer because it's already white on the inside there. So let's find out what would fit. Would Valentine's fit? It's pretty huge. There's also, oh, you know what? There's a to from. That would be cute. We could do to from. So, all right. Nah, we'll go with the traditional Happy Valentine's Day. I think that will work. All right, I got Happy Day here. So Crafternoon, you guys, is coming up this Saturday. I'm super excited. Cannot wait to share with you 3 p.m. Central Time. Oh, crackle, crackle, crackle. We will be making a, I hope this will fit. Let's just double check. Always a good idea to double check that it's going to fit, right? So Happy Valentine's. Yeah, I think so. We're just going to hope for the best. 3 p.m. Central Time. I'll have a new creative fold for you. I'm super excited to share it with you. I've been having fun creating the alternates. Yay. All right. And some of you got a packet in the mail to make this with me. If you placed a $50 order in my online store before tax and shipping and after awards in November. If you placed an order here in December or you place an order before December ends, $50, you'll get a packet to make a card with me next month, the next fun fold. All right, let's do the big word first, and then I'll squish the others in above and below it. All right, so happy, is that center? Hang on, I gotta pull it back because I can't tell, and I'm sticking my head in the camera again. Gosh, sorry guys. All right, there we go. Valentine's, and then do happy up here. Happy Valentine's Day. Almost straight, close enough. And just enough room to squish your name in there. I don't like to write a whole lot inside cards, can you tell? But you could leave this blank and just write a note too. All right, let's layer that up. So the red piece is 2x4, and then I just cut this one down 1/8 of an inch smaller just to have that little red border there. And then we're going to pop that right inside here. And then, whoops, we got to center it, Sue. Come on, you can do better than that. And then we're going to grab a couple glue dots and pop in our gift card. Fantastic! We did it, you guys. We made 2 of them. And I might end up changing to the red and white baker's twine after the video. It's been known to happen. Sometimes I change my mind. It's kind of crafter's prerogative, right? All right, so there we go. Looking forward to seeing you guys on Saturday for Crafternoon, and then I'll also be live Saturday night for another video adventure. All right. Thank you so much for creating with me tonight. If you enjoy these card tutorials and you'd like to see more things like this, I'd love for you to subscribe here on YouTube so that you know and get notification when I go live each week. Flip the camera here so I can say goodbye. Oh, Mercy wants to say goodbye. Hang on, let's see if we can get her on camera. Let's go to the Mercy cam. There she is. Oh, her nose almost shows there. And then we'll go back up here. All right, thanks everyone. Thank you for making and sending handmade cards. You're absolutely making the world a kinder place with every card that you send. And I appreciate you all so much. You're awesome. Take care, have a great night, and I'll see you Saturday. Bye-bye.